SACP is responding to a whole range of issues, but most recently the release by Statistics South Africa of those fourth quarter employment figures for 2021.
Definitely. Unemployment in terms of the official definition, which excludes discouraged work seekers. And by the discouraged work seekers, reference is to those people who would have looked for work and without any breakthrough would have given up, or who for other reasons are not looking for work because they are discouraged. 8% in the fourth quarter of 2022. In terms of the expanded definition of unemployment, which includes discouraged work seekers, unemployment moderated fractionally from 46.6% to 46.2%. However, there are certain racial realities. Africans are the worst affected regardless of gender, with the expanded unemployment rate of 50.8%. with African women having the expanded unemployment rate of 50.7%. In total, we have a population of active and discouraged work seekers amounting to 12.5 million people.
Sure.
The reality is we have to answer this question. What will the 12.5 million people eat in the morning when they wake up, during the day, and at night before they go to sleep? If the government in March 2023 terminates the social relief of distress grant, which is a mega 350 by the way. So our call to the government is that we are going to be faced with this unemployment situation for quite a long time, because for quite a long time we could not overcome the situation. Remember, we are dealing with structural unemployment here, which rose in 1996 to crisis high levels in terms of the official definition of unemployment, excluding discouraged work seekers, of above 20% annually.
Dr.
So
Mashilo,
it has been fluctuating above 20% annually from 1996, when the government adopted the neoliberal policy called growth, employment, and redistribution. Now, learning from that entire period, something has to be in place to cushion the impact of unemployment, while we put in place measures that can create employment and radically reduce unemployment to a point where there is no one involuntarily not working.
Dr. Mashilo, it's ironic in a way that it's called the social relief of distress grant, isn't it? Because given everything that you've just said, the impact of unemployment affecting mostly black women and mostly young people in our country, 12.5 million. This social relief of distress grant, will it go some way to mitigating what analysts will tell us will be the effect of such a high rate of unemployment, which will be social upheaval?
Let's say I am unemployed, and I have unemployed people here in the house where I'm doing the interview from. Several family members here are unemployed as part of the unemployed statistics. And one of them receives a call to come to some job opportunity. What will they use to go to that job opportunity if the government does not assist them? And to answer that question, we have to bear in mind that the cheapest mode of transport in South Africa has been completely destroyed. That is the metro rail system, the passenger rail agency network. If you look at our rail networks, they have been destroyed. They used to offer the cheapest mode of transport to unemployed work seekers. Now trains can't move because of the levels of lawlessness that have resulted in rail trails being uprooted, cables being stolen. So to travel to a job opportunity, you must take a taxi or a bus. And how much does that cost? That is one of the reasons why we have a high population of people who are unemployed, discouraged unemployed, so discouraged unemployed work seekers. Indeed, as you say, the 350 is mega, but it does intervene in those circumstances. That is why considering that fact, we are saying, in fact, going forward, beyond March 2023, the government has to improve this social relief of distress grant, institutionalize it as part of the wider policy instruments to build a universal basic income grant to take care of the unemployed people, while at the same time we are building the economy to support that universal basic income grant, and we introduce that as a change in our fiscal or revenue policy to take care of the unemployed people, because it is not by their own doing that they are unemployed. They are unemployed because of the capitalist system that the government is following and its crisis.
Yeah, and certainly a number of analysts have been advocating for exactly what you've just outlined. Dr. Mashilo is the SACP spokesperson, calls once again for the 350 Rand grant to be made permanent, but that it also is a step towards a basic income grant in the country. Dr. Mashilo, thanks very much indeed for your time this morning.